I would ask everyone to stay standing and as the Dawes County Veterans Honor Guard presents our national colors. Please post the colors. Also ask that people please stay standing until the American Legion has I would ask that you also please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good afternoon. My name is Paul Turman. I'm the Chancellor of the Nebraska State College System. On behalf of the Nebraska State College System, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty and staff here at Chadron State, I welcome you to the 32nd Winter Commencement Ceremony. I also ask you that you please rise as we bow our heads for a moment of silence and give thanks for our many blessings this year and for these special graduates here this afternoon. Please rise. Please be seated. A moment of reflection will be delivered by Alyssa Springer from Indianola, Nebraska. I invite her to the stage.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2024 December Commencement Ceremony. It is an honor for me to share a few words with you today. As a high school senior preparing to start my college journey, a lot of people looked to me and asked, why Chadron? Apart from CSC having an FCS department, I really didn't have an answer for them. When asked that exact same question just last week, I had an answer to the question of why Chadron. Chadron offers a proximity to state and national parks that people drive days to admire that we get to see regularly. Chadron offers an incredibly supportive community that shows up to theater productions, sporting events, concerts, and all the many events that we put on this campus. Chadron is currently home to some of my best friends who I never would have met without attending CSC. Chadron's faculty and staff know their students by name. They support students and encourage them to dream big. They challenge us to be the very best versions of ourselves. So, to the entire FCS and education departments, thank you so much for the time and dedication you give to your students. To Dr. Lori Hunn, your guidance for the past 3.5 years means more to me than you'll ever know. I found that CSC offers each student a remarkable chance to be the best versions of themselves, and I'm sure my fellow graduates would agree. Graduation means that we are headed into the next chapter of our lives. This looks different for each one of us. Some are pursuing graduate school to continue their education. Some have jobs lined up, and others are still figuring it out. The walk across this stage today is the beginning of a new, unique path for each of us. Whatever you do, wherever you go, remember, be resilient. When life knocks you down, get back up, because you will come back stronger. Have confidence in your abilities. You have spent countless hours combing through textbooks, written thousands of forum responses, and lost sleep over the projects due at midnight. You have what it takes to be successful. Embrace the changes. Change is the one constant in life, and fighting it will do you no good. Remember that it is okay to seek help. No one has ever walked into their career field with 100% of the knowledge that they need to be successful. Question your colleagues to help yourself learn and grow. Work hard. Nothing comes easy in this life, but we all know that. Each one of us has worked incredibly hard to be on this stage today. But most importantly, remember to enjoy the journey. We only get to live this wonderful life once, so cherish every moment. To that end, look around and soak in this moment. You have earned your degree at Chadron State College, and now you get to spread your wings and fly. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you, and soar Eagles.
Thank you, Alyssa. This ceremony is a very special time for each graduate, for family, and for friends. To maintain the dignity of this distinctive occasion and out of respect of all of our graduates, we ask that you please silence your cell phones, remain seated until the graduation ceremony has ended and the graduate names have all been read and announced. Commencement is a celebration of academic achievement. This brings greetings to you from the academic community of the Chadron State College. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly.
Thank you, Chancellor Turbin. On behalf of the Department of Academic Affairs, faculty, staff, and students, thank you for your dedication, advocacy, and leadership. You continue to help make Chadron State great. I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to the friends and family of our graduates. Your unwavering support and encouragement have been essential to their academic success. And for our graduates, today is the day you have been working hard towards. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have paid off. You are truly soaring as you officially graduate from Chadron State College. Congratulations. The CSC community is exceedingly proud of you. According to the latest census data on education attainment, 35% of the U.S. population aged 25 and over have earned a bachelor's degree, and 13% have earned a master's degree. Today, you join this prestigious group, equipped with the knowledge and skills to forge impactful paths in your careers and in your communities. I know you are all eager to get to the exciting part, but please humor me for a moment while I share the impact a college degree can have. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor, bachelor's degree holders earn 68% more than those without a degree, and the wage gap grows with more advanced education. According to the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities, college graduates are half as likely to be unemployed as their peers whose highest earned degree is a high school diploma. Moreover, the Office of Disease Prevention and Health Promotion notes that college graduates report better health and are less likely to experience conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, and depression. Some research studies suggest college graduates even live 7 years longer than those without post-secondary degrees. So by earning your degree, you've set the stage for a bright and transformative future. Choosing Chadron State College for this achievement sets you apart even more. Today's graduates may have about 12 jobs throughout their careers, and this is expected to rise. A notable 32% of those aged 25 to 44 are considering a career change, and 29% have completely changed their field since their first college job. While 53% of Americans report using only half or less of their college education, I promise you that that won't be the case for you. As CSC graduates, your education has provided more than facts or skills for a specific job. You've gained the advantage of CSC's focus on applied learning, problem solving, cultural competence, quantitative reasoning, professionalism, leadership, lifelong learning, and agility. These transferable skills will illuminate your professional journey no matter where it leads. Beyond academics, you've built lifelong connections with classmates, teammates, faculty, staff, and industry professionals. As graduates, you join an alumni network almost 24,000 strong. I encourage you to nurture these relationships and expand your network. They will play a crucial role in your career success. Congratulations, graduates. Whether your next destination is the workforce, military, graduate school, or something else, go out and soar like the eagles you are. And remember, once an eagle, always an eagle.
Thank you, Dr. Paddock O'Reilly. I now want to introduce several people. I ask that these individuals stand when their names are called, and I ask that you hold the applause until the end when we've done all introductions. On stage, celebrating this special occasion with you is Mr. Danny Renaga. He's a Student Affairs Committee Chair, Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees for the Nebraska State College System. Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Jim Margetts, the Dean of Essential Studies in the School of Liberal Arts. Dr. Ryan Morgan, Dean of Graduate Studies in the School of Business, Mathematics, and Science. Dr. Brittany Helmbrecht, Interim Dean of the School of Professional Studies and Applied Sciences. Mr. Brandon Hall, who's our commencement speaker today. Mrs. Melissa Mitchell, our registrar. Dr. Matt Brust, the Professor of Biological Science and Faculty Senate President. I also want to recognize Dr. John Wojcik and the CSE Wind Symphony for providing the music ceremony today. Please join me in welcoming the stage party and thanking Dr. Wojcik. Also joining us are several members of our faculty from the 3 schools whose students are graduating today. Please join me in thanking faculty, members, and staff who are participating in the ceremony with us. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Renaga to the podium to bring official greetings from the Board of Trustees from the Nebraska State College system.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty, families, and most importantly, our Chadron State College graduates. On behalf of the Nebraska State College Board of Trustees, it is an honor to welcome you to the 2024 Chadron State College Commencement Ceremony. Today is a momentous occasion, a celebration of your hard work, perseverance, and accomplishments. Graduates who've overcome challenges, embraced opportunities, and demonstrated resilience at every turn. This milestone reflects your academic success, personal growth, and unwavering determination. As you reflect on your time at Chadron, I hope it is filled with pride. The lessons you've learned, the friendships you've formed, and the experiences you've shared will remain with you as a cherished chapter in your life story. Remember, Chadron State will always be a part of you, and its doors will always be open to you. To the families, friends, and loved ones here today, your encouragement and support have been instrumental in this achievement. Thank you for being their foundation and cheering them on every step of the way. And now, Chancellor Turman, as a member of the Board of Trustees, I invest you with the power and authority to grant degrees to the graduates of Chadron State College. Congratulations, graduates. May you carry forward the knowledge, skills, and values you've gained here to make a meaningful impact in the communities that you're in and beyond. The future is yours, and I hope that you embrace it with confidence and purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Danny Renaga. And now to our guest speaker, Brandon Hall. Brandon Hall is an educator and a Marine. He believes in serving his community through personal accountability, relational trust, and moral purpose. Brandon is currently the principal of Deer Creek Middle School in Jefferson County, Colorado. Brandon is a lifelong learner who started his journey as an educator in 2002, teaching high school social studies. In 2010, Brandon graduated from the University of Colorado, Denver, with an MA in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies, as well as his principal licensure. As a school administrator and principal, he has had the privilege of serving multiple school communities and learning in grades K through 12. As a Marine, Brandon entered basic training in 2001. After completion of his required training, he served in the Marine Corps Reserves as a logistician, Civil Affairs non-commissioned officer, section chief, Civil Affairs Team Chief, First Sergeant, and Sergeant Major. Brandon retired in 2023 as a Battalion Sergeant Major for the 5th Battalion, 14th Marines. Brandon deployed twice in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and once in support of Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. Brandon and Stephanie, his wife, have 2 adult children and a daughter in high school who couldn't break away because of basketball to come watch him speak today. He cherishes every moment he spends with his family. Brandon is an avid adventurer and enjoys skiing and in the winter, mountaineering whenever possible. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Brandon Hall to the stage.
Thank you so much. It's absolutely an honor. Can you just humor me quickly? And to the person to the left or right of you, can you just say, good job, congratulations, a fist bump, a high five, something parents, family members do too, because guess what, this is on you as well. So as a school administrator, as a principal, I try to do that in every single meeting. We start meetings with gratitude because gratitude changes how the brain operates in that moment. So for you aspiring school leaders, there's a tip for you. For you future military leaders, don't do that. It's a really bad idea to do that in a command meeting, so just hold on to that for something else. So good afternoon, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. First, I'd like to thank Dr. Patterson and Dr. Paddock O'Reilly for this opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here in the presence of our future leaders. I say that because Chadron State has graduated a long line of esteemed leaders like Governor Tim Walz and athletes like former San Diego Chargers running back Danny Woodhead. Note, I did not say the Patriots. And side note, I thought that'd be a cool fact until I realized we have a hallway dedicated to Danny Woodhead in this gym. So, not maybe a cool fact. And then maybe the most famous Chadron State alumni, Don Beebe, who I also thought would be an awesome fact, but you have a stadium named after him. So not a very cool fact, because you already know it. But he played most notably for the Buffalo Bills. And if you don't know about Don Beebe, he had one of the most memorable plays in Super Bowl history. If you're unsure of what I'm referencing, I suggest you look it up. It's pretty cool. And I remember literally watching that game as a kid. It was awesome. Thank you to the graduates. It's an incredible honor to stand here today and celebrate your achievements. We share a bond, you and me. I too graduated from a small Division II school, Western Colorado University, and my time at Western taught me the value of a personalized education, and it made me feel seen and heard in a way that shaped who I am today. I graduated with my initial teaching license in social studies secondary education. I've also heard the ROTC program is coming back with a huge win for Chadron State and the students. I enlisted in the Marine Corps during my senior year at Western in March of 2001, reported the basic training that August. And that decision led to a 22-year journey in the Marine Corps Reserve, and it was filled with pretty incredible experiences. I also know that there's been a long line of award-winning educators that have come from Chadron State, and multiple have landed in Colorado, with most staying in Nebraska, much to a loss for Colorado. I know that Chadron State has had many notable guest speakers, and so I'm humbled to be included in such an esteemed club. I'm not a comedian, actor, author. I'm not a billionaire, or a former president, or a former football player. I'm an educator and a Marine, so thank you for your grace and patience. So here we are, all of us, and regardless of your degree, this is your day, and we need to honor you and what you've worked so hard to attain. And so thank you, and thank you for staying in the fight. We need you in your wisdom now more than ever. So maybe we jump right into me talking about my incredible words of wisdom and motivational advice for you. We fail fast, we don't quit, we make our beds, be sure to laugh, be sure to play, don't chase money, etc., etc. But I'm sure you've had your fill of advice and motivation for today. So instead, maybe we start with a quick story. So there I was. It was September 2001, and I was on the drill deck at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, with Platoon 3002, Mike Company. We were finishing phase 1 of basic training, which is where we learned the fundamentals of being a Marine. And we were preparing to move north to Camp Pendleton for phase 2, which is field craft and ranges. And that day, we were practicing drills under the blazing San Diego sun as we were executing left, right, and left-right obliques, port and right shoulder arms. We were halted when the junior drill instructor came out and pulled the senior drill instructor aside. Our eyes were locked to the front. We were standing at attention, body stiff, eager to hear the next command. The senior drill instructor faced the platoon and abruptly marched us back to the barracks, singing a beautiful cadence of left, right, left. Moments later, we were in the barracks, seated on the quarterdeck as the senior drill instructor wheeled out a TV. What we saw was surreal. We saw planes crashing into buildings. We were hot, we were fatigued, we didn't fully understand the gravity of what we were witnessing. The senior drill instructor, Gunnery Sergeant Ortiz, he addressed and he said, "Recruits, look to your left and your right. One of you is not coming home. We are going to war." That day changed the trajectory of my life. It's a moment that I reflect on often, and one that I share with my children, and one that I will share with my grandchildren when they ask about 9/11 and what led me to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. For many, it's now a distant memory or just a paragraph in a history book. But for me, it was a defining moment and an event that shaped who I am today. Recently, I experienced another defining moment. I became a grandfather. My granddaughter, Freya, will call me Opa. Her arrival made me rethink what I wanted to share with you today. And this is where I interject the motivation and inspiration that you are anticipating so much. I originally planned to talk about endurance, the need to be ready to fight tonight, and the need to live your best life. It was an epic speech, and it dove deep into motivational quotes and multiple quotable mottos. We were going to get super hyped, and I'm sure you might have been standing on your seats. But Freya reminded me of something even more important, the legacy we leave behind and the stories that we tell our grandchildren. As an educator and a Marine, I've seen the power of storytelling to inspire and teach. Whether in a classroom as a history teacher or in a school circle with Marines, telling them about the time actually, I think we're gonna hold on to that story. Or around a campfire with my family, stories connect us. On a recent camping trip, I learned that the very spot we were camping had been my grandfather's favorite camping spot 100 years ago. He was born in 1911. In 1924, he was 13 years old, and he was in the same spot that I was standing in. And let that sink in for just a second. That's 100 years ago. He and his brother traversed the hills using pebbles in their mouths to combat thirst. Yes, that's a real thing, and it totally works. You can just clean off the rock first. They did have canteens, but they were just in case. And at night, they slept on hot rocks heated from a small campfire. Each carried an old Swiss Army knife and some candy bars. They would be out for days at a time just being kids. Hearing tales of their adventures filled me with pride and a sense of continuity. Those stories have now become a part of my story and one that I will share with Freya. In fact, I thrive on stories. Maybe that's why I love the subject of history so much. To read about or listen to the experiences of others excites me. It helps me determine a path or trajectory. It makes me reflect on my life and my experiences. And yes, I've been there and done that. And now the key is, what am I extracting from having been there and done that? The lessons learned are what I absorb and what I will someday try to teach my grandchildren. Because intentional lessons really aren't very fun. Now, my own kids, they heard the stories. That period of time when I walked uphill in 3 feet of snow to and from school. All you parents out there, I know you told your kids the same stories. You've all heard them. How about that time period of when I was in college and so poor I was living on top ramen and canned tuna fish? How about the time I saw a city in rubble? Or the time I understood the power of an Afghan jirga? What I relayed to you earlier about where I was and what I was doing on 9/11 is a fraction of the story. I could talk about how my heart was racing, I was scared, and I've never felt more determined, focused, and proud than in that moment. And unfortunately, we don't have time for me to pull you in with the full story. It's going to need to wait for when my grandkids have to write a school report on the ancient history of September 11th, 2001. I'll be sure to tell them about what it felt like as time stood still. And after 22 years as an educator and a Marine and all the other stuff, being a dad, a husband, a son, a brother, a friend, etc., I have some pretty amazing stories. In fact, sometimes I remember a story or piece together memories and share an experience, and I myself am amazed. Now, so you know, when I tell stories, I reserve the right to embellish a little bit. So if we chat after this and I tell you a story, stand by. It's going to be a good one, I promise. Everything you see, you feel, you hear, and read about is a story. We know these stories. The story of Apple, Google, Amazon, wars, peace. At home, I have 3 bookcases full of books that contain stories. We hear them in podcasts. When there's an interview, news, it's a story. This event right now will be a story that I tell my family and friends over the holidays. So there I was, on stage, talking to our future leaders about stories. I'll probably talk about the lessons I learned, like the speech was too long or too short. I wish I would have had said this instead of this. And why didn't I tell them about the time I almost died? Something else to consider. Very little in my life has gone according to plan. Wouldn't it be great if we could pre-write our stories? Seeing to the future and predict our every move? I don't think it would be. I think it'd be pretty terrible. That might be a very boring story. Let it be unpredictable. That's where the excitement and the lessons are. So graduates, what stories will you tell? It might feel far away, but one day you'll have your own version of So There I Was. Will you tell your grandchildren about overcoming challenges, finding your passion, or building lifelong friends? Will you share the time you fell in love, took a leap of faith, or achieved something extraordinary? See what I did there with lessons? Your stories help to define you. Your stories allow others to see and paint a picture of you, places, things, and events in their imaginations. Consider how powerful that is. In their mind, you might be saving the world in a land far away, or traversing mountains with nothing more than a Swiss Army knife and some candy bars. The events that shape you will first have meaning for you before they inspire others. And my hope for you is that you live a life filled with purpose, resilience, and curiosity, a life worth sharing, and then make sure you embellish just a little bit. So as you leave here today, remember, maybe you do have endurance. Maybe you are ready to fight tonight, and hopefully you live your best life, because those are the stories worth telling. So picture yourself years from now sharing ice cream with your grandkids when they ask, what was it like back in your day? What will you say? I'm guessing you're going to start with, so there I was. So thank you, graduates. Congratulations. And here's to the incredible stories you will create.
Thank you, Mr. Hall, for your inspiring words. Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly will now present Mr. Alex Helmbrecht for the conferral of his respective master's degree.
Before we present the CSC candidates for conferral of their respective degrees, we wanted to acknowledge Mr. Alex Helmbrecht, who would be graduating from Wayne State College today, but chose to be present with us. Alex, will you please rise wherever you are? There he is, up there. This may have been a surprise, so. Alex serves on the President's Cabinet for Chadron State College. He is the Director of College Relations and recently earned his Master's of Science in Organization Management degree with an emphasis in organizational management and public relations management. He started in fall 2019 and officially graduated August 9th, 2024 with a 4.0 GPA. Dr. Brittany Helmbrecht stated, as she reflects on his degree achievement, she is proud that he accomplished all of this while navigating COVID communications for campus in March 2020, with his second child being born during this time, writing an HLC reaccreditation report in 2020-2021, the loss of his friend and employee in 2022, and his own health issues later that same year. Major changes in college leadership in 2023, and everything else that goes on in his world that he has to keep up with. So, Mr. Alex Helmbrecht, please rise and remain standing as Chancellor Terman. Upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and the academic deans, I recommend to you Alex Helmbrecht for the conferring upon him his respective master's degree.
Through the powers vested in me by the Board of Trustees for the Nebraska State College System, I now bestow upon you your respective master's degree. Congratulations. Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly will now present candidates for the conferral of their respective master's degrees. Would Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly, Vice President for Academic Affairs, please come forward?
All 2024 candidates for the Master of Arts in Education, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Business Administration, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Education, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Science in Organizational Management, please rise and remain standing. Chancellor Terman, upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and the academic deans, I recommend to you these candidates for conferring upon them their respective master's degree.
Through the Powers vested in me by the Board of Trustees for the Nebraska State College System, I now bestow upon each of you your respective master's degrees. Congratulations.
Academic Deans, Dr. Jim Margetts, Dr. Ryan Morgan, and Interim Dean, Dr. Brittany Helmbrecht, will assist with the hooding of the graduates along with the candidate's advisor. Please come forward to accept your diploma. Family members, you may feel free to come down and forward for photographs and then go back to your seat if you would like. Sarah A. Melissa Van Dyke Mitchell. Melody Norris. Brooke Ellen Peterson. Mallory Shefsick. Cynthia Thomas. Warren Sherlock Cross, Sr. Justin Earl McConnell. Bradley E. Norris. Lena Sani Aslan. Kristen Elizabeth Gurking. Jake Raymond Duda. Sydney Michelle Hines. Leslie Ann Roball. Alexander James Lund. Destiny Misagetis. Harley William Rhodes. Please join me for a final applause for our new master's graduates. During today's commencement, we should recognize those undergraduate students who have graduated or are graduating with academic honors. In recognition of their outstanding academic achievement, they are wearing medallions. Please note that those students graduating cum laude have attained a cumulative grade point average of 3.6 to 3.74. Those graduating magna cum laude have a grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89. And those graduating summa cum laude have a grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. All honors graduates, please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. The 2024 candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, please rise and remain standing. The Bachelor of Science degree, please rise and remain standing. The Bachelor of Science and Education degree, please rise and remain standing. Chancellor Turman, upon the recommendation of the faculty, the chairs of the department, and the deans of the schools, I recommend to you these candidates, conferring upon them their baccalaureate degrees.
The power vested in me by the Board of Trustees for the Nebraska State College System, I now bestow upon each of you your respective bachelor's degrees. Please move the tassel from your right edge to the left edge of your cap.
'24 graduates, please come forward to accept your diploma. Family, please feel free to come forward for photographs. Madeline Marie Bird, magna cum laude. Ariel Bachman, summa cum laude. Thea L. Borkercher, summa cum laude. Bethany Mackenzie Bullman. Ashley Emery Burrows, summa cum laude. Savannah Jo Dudley, summa cum laude. Thea Marie Fraun, cum laude. Alexis Deanna Funk. Elizabeth Morgan Garza. Asia Rain Graham, cum laude. Jackson Thomas Hesford, cum laude. Kayleigh Marie Crone, cum laude. Aubrey Ann Larson, magna cum laude. Destiny Adelia Lerma. Taylor G. Lindstrom. Adam Zachary Lynch. Anna Elizabeth Martian, summa cum laude. Naya Elizabeth Maxon, cum laude. Jordan Taylor McPeak. Autumn Mary Lou K. Mills, magna cum laude. Terrence Dean Mokiak. Jared W. Phillips. Destiny Rose Rundquist. Zachary Robert Shaw, Jr. Ryan J. Sparrow. Kennedy Marie Stack, summa cum laude. Kayleigh Steskell. Matthew Peyton Strong. Dylan Michael Sword, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Swayze, summa cum laude. Ashley Marie Tallstedt, cum laude. Jonathan Mark Ferenkamp. Madison Wright, magna cum laude. Peter Walter Crone, magna cum laude. Mariah Jo Marcus. Bimal K. Saw. Dakota Lee Caldarelli. Megan Elizabeth Cawley, magna cum laude. Anne-Marie Dallas DeMaranville. Colby Elliott. Brianna Marie Hagerbomber, summa cum laude. Macy Lynn Homan. Stephanie C. Humphreys, summa cum laude. Alexandra Hutto, summa cum laude. Jessica Myers. Jaden Claire Ralston. Carter John Rorick, summa cum laude. Emma June Schneider. Elsie A. Sent, cum laude. Alyssa Grace Springer, summa cum laude. Clifford F. Swank. Matea Lynn Topel. Ethan R. Tusing, summa cum laude. Taylor Ray Walker. Danielle Woods. Jacob Hartel.
I'd ask that you all please join me as we honor our graduates with a well-deserved round of applause. Graduates, your journey to this moment was not one that you traveled alone. Let's take a moment to recognize and celebrate those who have stood by you every step of the way. Your parents, your grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, fellow students, teachers, professors, and staff. Please join me in offering their heartfelt round of applause for their unwavering support as well. Graduates, we commend you for your hard work, personal sacrifice, and perseverance that have led you to the platform this afternoon to receive your degrees. We are proud of you, as you are of your family and friends. As you leave college to make your mark in the world, take Chadron State College along with you, wherever you go, and as you greet other alumni with a hearty, "Soar Eagles," we send our best wishes to you. I'd also like to thank Dr. Matthew Brust, our Faculty Senate President, for carrying our newly created Chadron College Mace, Dr. Scott Ritson, our Faculty Marshal and Professor of Health and Physical Education and Recreation, and our student marshals who have assisted on either end of the stage. Ella O'Brien, who is a member of the CSC chapter of the Cardinal Key National Honorary Sorority, Miles Jensen, who is a member of the CSC chapter of Blue Key Honorary Fraternity, Alyssa Springer, who provided the opening remarks and reflection this afternoon, Dr. John Wojcik, again in the CSC Wind Symphony, who provided the music today, Mr. Carrie Gaswick, Vice President for Administration and as well as the custodial and maintenance staff, Mr. Alex Helmreich, Director of College Relations and College Relations staff, who received his degree from Wayne State today, Miss Melissa Mitchell, Registrar of the Records Office, and Miss Tara Kayleigh, the Conference Office staff, for their assistance in today's program. The student providing the closing remarks, a reflection, is Haley Rhodes from Douglas, Wyoming. And now Haley will give us the closing moment of reflection. Haley.
My name's Harley, by the way. So you're good. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to have been chosen to close out today's ceremony. This day has been a long time coming for me and closes out almost a decade of being a student here at Chadron State. My parents have always joked that I will be a full-time student here forever since I took my time getting my undergraduate degree and then immediately beginning my master's. Well, now I can say the joke is on them, as I have completed my CSC degrees faster than both of them did as students here. As a second-generation Eagle, I am very proud to now hold 2 degrees from this institution like my parents. A lot of people try to be different from their parents, not go to the same school, and get the same degrees, kind of like my sister did. However, I enjoyed following in their footsteps. They both had great experiences here at CSC and have gone on to have successful careers, so why wouldn't I want the same? I knew that the day I came on my visit, this was going to be my home. I may have had one of the longest tours admissions has ever given, as we were constantly stopped so people could talk to my parents. There are still several people here on campus and in the community connected to them, and it was cool to see them be able to connect with the people when I came on my visit. Even before we walked out here, I had multiple people ask me if my parents had made the trip today, and they did. It showed me that Chadron State is truly about the people, and I wanted to be at a place where I could meet people who would care about me even after I graduate here today. I've been so lucky to have had such an incredible experience here as a student, an athlete, and as an employee. To everyone here today, congratulations on becoming an Eagle for life. I wish you all the best, and don't shy away from recruiting your future children to be students here too. Thank you, Soar Eagles.
Thank you, Harley. And we thank each of you in the audience for joining us to celebrate these graduates. Please rise for the recessional and feel free to join your graduate in the mezzanine for a reception.